welcome back. Today I'm just going to do a quick video of some of my favorite red lipsticks. I have been wearing red lipstick primarily for 10 years now, so I have tried a whole bunch of them, and there are very few that I would be like, you know what, I'm going to repurchase that when it's gone. But the ones that I'm going to show you today are ones that I will definitely be repurchasing. It's going to be a mix of less expensive ones as well as ones that are more, I would say, medium range in terms of price. So let's go ahead and Freya's joined us, so we can get started now. I am going to start off with Milani. I'm actually going to be talking about two different ones from Milani. The first one, it's just their classic lipstick. This is in the shade Best Red. I am not a huge fan of classic lipsticks anymore. I much prefer liquid matte, but I do really like this one. Really pretty packaging, very inexpensive. I think it's probably the least expensive one that I'm going to be talking about today. And I think that Milani lipstick just smells good. It's kind of a very faint, almost watermelon smell, but it's not an overpowering, overwhelming one. A little dry, but I feel like for red lipstick, that's more beneficial. So that is that one. While I'm editing, I'm going to go in and I'm going to drop price points for everything. So that is that one. It's just a really pretty basic red. Again, that shade is Best Red. And it does have a little bit of an orangey undertone, but it doesn't... It has orangey undertones, but it doesn't lean super orange, if that makes sense. And like I said, it is a drier formula, which I prefer in the classic lipstick formula, because I feel like drier formulas for reds, they are more pigmented, and also you run the risk of less feathering, which I personally hate. Next up, we have another Milani one. This is one of their liquid matte lipsticks. It's in the shade Devotion. It's the Amore Matte Lip Cream. And I like the applicator on this one. You can see it has a slight divot in it. And this one is more of the classic blue-toned red. Now, the formula on the Milani Amore Matte lips, they're scented as well, but it's more of a vanilla scent than the watermelon of the classic lipsticks. I enjoy the formula on this one. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. I feel like Goldilocks when I'm like, it's just right, but it truly is. It stays very well, it applies well. You don't need to be, super slow and precise with the application of it, like with some liquid lips where you really have to go back in with concealer to touch up around the edges, or, in my opinion, worse yet, use a liner first. And this is a true matte lip. And as you can see, it stays. I am actively rubbing it with a baby wipe, and it's staying put. We'll be getting out the cold cream for this one. And I just use classic Pond's Cold Cream. Next up, this is one from NYX. It's the shade Alabama. And the formulation of the NYX matte lipsticks, it really varies from shade to shade. I've had some of them where it's been that thick, creamy formulation, some of it where it's a drier formulation. The formulation on Alabama seems to be pretty consistent in that it's the thinner, almost an oily feeling, if that makes sense. But this is, I believe, my third tube of Alabama that I've purchased, so I do really like it. It just requires a little bit more maintenance than I would really love in a lipstick, especially a red. So next up, I have one by The Balm. It's Meet Matte Hues in the shade Loyal. I really enjoy The Balm products. I like their liquid matte lips. It has a slight mint smell to them, which I dig. It has just a standard doe foot applicator. And it's a thinner formulation, so I feel like going slower with applying it definitely works better. This is just one quick layer of it all over the lip. I do like to go in with a second layer to really intensify that color. And it does dry down to a true matte. It's actually surprisingly not drying feeling. This is one of my go-to like everyday reds because it is very comfortable to wear, and I don't feel like my lips get like flaky or irritated after wearing this one. When I worked retail, this was one that I would wear a lot because it didn't require frequent touch-ups throughout the day. Up next, I have this one from Lipland. It's in the shade Inferno. It's their liquid lipstick. I bought this at Riley Rose. This one leans more a really pretty, like a black cherry shade almost. It's a thinner consistency, but it does dry down quickly. It has a more pronounced vanilla smell. And I've noticed that this one does have a tendency to get a little bit patchy, so I personally need to go in with a couple of thin layers to really get that smooth, even finish on the lip. And this, I would say this is definitely more like a vampier red. Up next, it's a mini of the classic MAC Russian Red. Don't be like me and waste your money on the mini. Just buy the full size. The full size is only a couple dollars more. I just got excited because I saw the minis at Ulta and I was like, oh, I have to have it. Because y'all, this is a mini. So cute, so mini. For reference, here is a full size MAC next to it. In MAC red, which I'm not going to be talking about because I don't love it. But there's a definite size difference there. And like I said, the full size is only a couple dollars more. I feel like Russian Red by MAC is one of those quintessential reds that probably everyone should have. Everyone that I have ever seen wear it has looked amazing with it on. It's a thicker formulation for lipstick, so it's very comfortable feeling on the lips. It wears really well throughout the day. This is another one that I wore a lot when I worked retail because you don't have to constantly check it to make sure you're good. And then last but certainly not least, because y'all know that I couldn't do a list of my favorite reds without talking about this one. Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint and Uncensored. First of all, that packaging, girl. It seems like the formulation of this is really hit or miss on some people. Some people love it and it works really, really well for their lip pH. Other people don't like it because it just doesn't like adhere properly. I fall firmly in the camp of love it. It works really well for me. I really enjoy the applicator on this one because it's a smaller doe foot. It has more of a pronounced tip on it. So I feel like that helps you get the really clean, precise lines that you need with this because it is a thinner formulation. So I feel like there's not enough nice things that I can say about this specific one. Wears beautifully. For me, it lasts a better part of the day. I talk a lot, I drink a lot of water, I drink a lot of coffee, I vape a lot, I smooch my husband constantly, I smooch the animals constantly, and it holds up really, really well. Oh, got a little bit of tooth transfer there. That is something to be wary of because, like I mentioned, it is a thinner formulation. So you're going to want to make sure that you have good lighting and a good mirror when applying it. But it's very thin, it dries down quickly, but it's not drying on the lips. Like, I don't feel like my lips are tight and dehydrated and uncomfortable after wearing it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, these are my top lipsticks. They are personal preference for me, and all of them are going to be ones that I'm going to repurchase when I'm out, especially this one. If y'all try nothing else, go to Sephora and try this one. Just do a swatch of it. See how it looks on your skin tone. It's beautiful. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below of your favorite red. If you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? Just go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. I'm going to go put some balm on because my lips are dry. Bye!